You can donate to the government directly. I actually created a page on my website called Hurricane Melissa, and I just wanted to link the government website to there. You can donate, you can pledge, you can get real-time updates, you can give information about areas that might be still affected. I've also put my interviews on there as well in case you haven't seen them yet. Throughout this whole experience of preparing for this hurricane and living through this hurricane, I feel like I was prepared. If I was in St. James, Westmoreland or St. Elizabeth or Hanover, I might be a little bit more stressed. This definitely was a lived experience. It was an experience that taught me a lot about resilience, Mother Nature, about preparedness, community, and that there is still humanity in this world. And when you cut through the noise and the negative narratives, and sometimes it feels a little bit racist when they're like, Jamaica is poor and has nothing and they're not capable of looking after themselves, which is rubbish. That is there as well, but there's so much more that's there as well, and it annoys me when it's said. But when you cut through all of that, there are people that genuinely care, countries, charities that genuinely care. What we're asking for is not help where we can't do this. It's supporting us and being that bigger team globally that supports us through this, just like we would help other countries as well. That's what you're doing. And it really speaks to my channel of transformation, cultural identity, of reaching out to the diaspora, being proactive, self-resilience, leadership. It's not just about masterclasses in how you can communicate effectively. It's masterclasses in how you can be motivated and stay motivated. My videos on YouTube are about not just, oh, why I moved to Jamaica. Jamaica's so wonderful and it's so lovely. It's not just about that. It's about my cultural identity, my lived experience and how I live in this country, even though sometimes it gets hard. And I just recently posted a video called Why I Choose to Live in Jamaica Even When It's Hard. People are definitely connecting to it. So if you want to know a bit more about Natalie, check that video out. The link will be in the description. My up and coming video was from a viewer that asked a question, what is it like living in Kingston? So I'm going to be answering that in my next up and coming video. If you want to binge a playlist about my life in Jamaica, the cultural shocks, as well as the wonderful moments in Jamaica, how I've transitioned to living here, the places that I've visited, the places that I've eaten at, then I suggest that you check out the playlist, which is linked below. I'm a little bit nervous because it is super dark here and I have no idea what this video is going to look like. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate you tuning in to let you know that I'm safe and I'm okay. Thank you, everybody, again for your love and your support from the global community and my family and friends. And remember to learn, love, and live. Stay blessed.